I thought of something fun. Let's do a Walmart craft challenge. I'm gonna go into Walmart. I'm gonna pick one thing out of the kitchen section at Walmart. Like when I say kitchen, I mean like the silverware and that, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna pick one thing, see what I can make with it, and come along with me. Let's see what we can do. So here we are in the kitchen section. So I'm going to look around. I saw these cutting boards. They caught my eye. Did not like the price on some of them for what I was about to do, but I found this one and it was, I want to say it was 12 something. I can't see the price there, but there's 3 cutting boards in here. So I can make 3 different projects with that. And then anytime you see something wood like that, these are really fun to paint up. They paint up really nice, but we're going to leave those. And I saw this thing. I don't know what it is, but it caught my eye. If you know what this is, let me know below in the comments. But it caught my eye and I thought we're going to take this thing home and we're going to make something cute with it. So the first thing I did was I scuffed it up with some sandpaper. The reason I did that is it'll just allow my paint to adhere better. Also, when you're painting a shiny surface like this or glass, you want to use a chalk paint that will also adhere better to your surface. So I painted it good and made sure it was nice and dry in between each coat before you add your next coat. And then I just went over it with my sanding block again. Once I got everything scuffed up a little bit, then I came in with this distressing ink pad. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes they come 3 in a pack and they have like 3 different colors. So I'm using the black one for this. And I just went around the rim and you can see I went over the words here on this little thing. I don't know what it's called. Let me know what it's called. And I'm going to go over the handle. And I did use my fingers to kind of smear it in a little bit in a couple different places, or blend it in, I guess I should say, in a few different places. So you can see how I'm just kind of using that to distress it. I gave it a good dry. Then I'm coming in with some antique wax and I'm going to go over the little handle here just to darken it up a little bit. Now I did leave the rest of that handle silver, but you could absolutely paint it if you want. Just be careful you don't get any paint on the little part here that we're staining. So again, I just took my Waverly antique wax over that. Next, I came in with some foam, some floral foam, and I added some Spanish moss. My floral foam wasn't quite big enough, but it's going to work. So we're going to stuff some Spanish moss down there just so it stays in the center, and then put a little bit on the top just to hide all the mess. So once we did that, then I found these flowers at Hobby Lobby. We're even going to use the raffia off of this. So I'm going to take this raffia off carefully. And I got it in a bundle because I feel like when you buy these little bundles, it shows you exactly what the flowers are, like how to put them together so they look nice. Sometimes I have trouble with floral arrangements and knowing what looks good together. And then when you buy one of these bundles, you can break it apart and you know that everything's going to look good together. So again, I just kind of broke that apart. And then I took my wire cutters and cut the wire down. This big one was a little too big for what I'm doing, so I'm going to set that aside and use it on a different project. So then I just started stuffing these flowers in. And again, I know they're all going to look nice because they came in that bundle. So I just started stuffing them in to fill the top of my container here. And we're just going to add all these little pieces. There's so many fun little fall pieces. I did do fall because we're starting to get to that time with craft season to start switching our summer patriotic crafts into fall crafts. So once we got that done, then I took that raffia that came off that little flower bundle and I used it to tie around the top of my jar here. I put a little knot in it and then I just used some stick fast to hold it in place. And then lastly, I had these fairy lights that I put in it and my camera cut out, so you didn't see me actually putting it in, but they are in there and this project turned out absolutely adorable. Let me know what you think and if you plan to give this a try.